time for your main event of the evening. The Ring of Honor World Title is on the line. Hell has indeed frozen over. Chris Hero is in Ring of Honor going after Bryan Danielson's ROH World Title.
I, for one, never thought we would see the day that Chris Hero would be standing in the middle of a ring in Philadelphia on a Ring of Honor show of all places trying to win the world title. Bryan Danielson trying to take over early with that full Nelson. Hero trying to break it. Danielson hanging on, though.
There was an incident earlier on this afternoon at the Combat Zone Wrestling event across town here in Philadelphia. Our own Jimmy Bauer was in attendance, and he's going to be joining us shortly to give us some details on just what took place earlier today between ROH and CZW, as Chris Hero has really pissed off quite a few people in Ring of Honor, namely your heavyweight champion. Oh, what a drop kick, sending Hero down to the canvas and to the floor.
Oh, he connected right on the chin of Chris Hero, who has to go to the floor to try and regroup. And I don't know if we can get a shot of the eyes of Chris Hero, but they look glazed over. I don't know if he got knocked out by that drop kick or what, but he is out on his feet right now.
Danielson asking him to bring it back inside the ring. He's ready to go.
Front door, asshole, you want to leave?
It's time for Chris Hero to back up his words on the internet, his words in his live journal, to get back in that ring and fight. Hero taking his time, conferring with his fellow CZW associates.
Is that who those guys are?
Adam Flash, the Necro Butcher, and Nate Webb, who he has brought to Ring of Honor to, I guess, watch his back. I think he needs to worry a little bit less about the fans at ringside and worry about the world champion waiting inside the ring.
Oh, for the love of God!
The fans are all over Chris Hero.
And rightfully so. He's got a big mouth. He doesn't even wrestle in this company. And he's claiming that he's better than the world champion. Well, back it up. Get in that ring. Taking his time, his senior official, Todd Sinclair, tries to hold Dragon back.
Like anybody besides the four yahoos outside the ring in yellow shirts are going to cheer for you.
The fans here tonight in Philadelphia very vocal in their support of their chosen wrestler in this match. The ROH crowd voices their support for the American Dragon. And Jimmy Bauer making his way into the broadcast booth. Bring us up to speed. What exactly took place this afternoon across town?
Well, first of all, is this that Chris Hero that I'm always reading about at CZW Fans or Death Valley Driver that everyone's always saying belongs in Ring of Honor?
That is indeed the Chris Hero that you read about.
Has he ever lifted a weight or seen a tanning bed? I mean, what's with this guy? What's with that outfit? And who are those homeless guys on the outside with him?
It's the Necro Butcher, Nate Webb, and Adam Flash.
They're not wrestlers, are they? I mean, come on. Where do you dig those people up
They
at?
are members of the Combat Zone Wrestling roster for CZW and ROH agreeing to run shows on the same day. CZW during the afternoon, ROH during the evening. Chris Hero took issue with that, and at one of the main Combat Zone shows, I believe it was the Cage of Death.
Yep, there's no doubt it all started at Cage of Death when it was announced that there would be this doubleheader today in Philadelphia. Chris Hero, who quite frankly really has, so he claims that he's never had interest in ROH, as we see a nice back and forth here. Hero connecting on the kick with Dragon, that's probably all he'll get in this match. But anyways, Hero claims he's never interested in ROH. The fact of the matter is that Hero was never good enough. He never fit the mold of what we want in ROH, and that's a real wrestler. And there's been a lot of issues between Hero and ROH management. And the fact of the matter is when the doubleheader was announced at the Cage of Death show, Hero, who was a star in CZW, took exception to that, called out Bryan Danielson, and we had some more back and forth action, a big drop kick by Danielson there. And anyways, Hero called out Danielson, called out ROH. And as a result, there are some words on the internet that just said the live journal, some video messages at ROHvideos.com, and as a result, Bryan Danielson went to CZW this afternoon. He said he wouldn't wrestle there. He would go there for a fight because CZW was beneath him, so he would not defend the belt there, but he went to CZW. There's a riot-like scene with members from the ROH locker room, members from the CZW locker room, one of the most chaotic things I've ever seen in my life. And then it all led to this. Bryan Danielson told Hero, hey, sign one of those open contracts. Come here, come to ROH, and I'll give you a title shot. And that's what Hero did. He did sign one of those open contracts.
Bryan Danielson, certainly a fighting world champion. Baseball slide dropkick, but Hero moves out of the way, and Danielson with the forearm to the back of Chris Hero. We're going to send him into the barricade, and back first into the steel goes Hero.
Again, Dragon connecting with a drop kick on the chin of Chris Hero, doing all sorts of damage, and now taking the fight to the outside. Another chop across the chest.
Again, Bryan Danielson doesn't care if a wrestler is necessarily a member of the Ring of Honor roster. He has said that he will put the Ring of Honor world title on the line against anyone who claims that they are the best wrestler in the world. That's why there are open contracts across the wrestling scene. That's how Steve Corino was able to sign a contract to get a title shot through Hustle and Dream Stage Entertainment. That's why Marufuji got a title shot at Final Battle, and that is why Chris Hero was given an open contract for a title shot here tonight in Philly.
Well, Bryan Danielson has been a great ROH World Champion, whether you agree or disagree with his attitude. I mean, those classics against Roderick Strong, but I'm not going to get into all that. I'm going to get into the fact that I'm almost offended watching what I'm watching right now. What's a necro butcher?
Well, he's one of the top hardcore style wrestlers on the CZW
Hardcore, I think
roster.
he means garbage style, and that's exactly what that is.
Well, it's open for debate, as now it's Danielson meeting the barricade, back first, right into the steel, goes the champion. Hero trying to regain his bearings, very confident here tonight.
Well, Chris Hero's a big man on the mic, too. But yeah,
It's so ridiculous. A lot of what he said before this matchup got underway, making ridiculous comparisons.
well, hell has definitely frozen over. And really, I've seen enough. I mean, this guy Hero doesn't stand a chance against Danielson. I know he's got his fans out there, but
Yeah, definitely a lot of CZW fans have come to show their support for Hero, but it seems as though the ROH crowd has definitely outnumbered them here at the Omni.
now there are a good number of Chris Hero fans here, and I have no idea why anybody would be a fan of Chris Hero. But I'm going to let you guys get back to the action, because frankly, I don't know.
All right, thanks Jimmy Bauer for bringing us up to speed, and whoa, what a slap! Danielson just slapping away at the face of Chris Hero, trying to cover up. Dragon has gotten very aggressive in his style since winning the championship, and we're seeing that aggression right now.
Taking over on the challenge, who's begging off for mercy in the center of the ring. Danielson with that right hand cocked and a handful of hair of Chris Hero.
Just holding his head in position as he rakes the knee across the side of the head. Snapmare by the champion. Hard kick to the spine.
It is All-American Dragon here at the onset, driving the knee across the forehead of Chris Hero. Cover Hero kicks out at one.
Hero, a top-flight athlete. I know Jimmy Bauer does not really favor him too much, and he does have a big mouth walking into Ring of Honor, thinking that he deserves a title shot on his first show. But take nothing away from Chris Hero's ability. He does have the tools.
Again, Dragon trying to go after the legs. Hero trying to kick him off. Danielson just tenacious now as he turns him over.
See if he can get that surfboard this time. Tried to get it earlier. Hero tried to fight it off, and he drove the knees of Hero into the canvas.
Hero trying to block.
No. He can't get it. Block it. Stop it.
Danielson standing on the hands there for a moment.
Hero trying his best to just fight it off, and Danielson changes it up, grabs hold of the chin.
Unable to get that surfboard. Instead, he's going to try a version of the Indian Deathlock here.
Hero reaching for the ropes. It's time for a sexy party, Lenny Leonard. Hero with nowhere to go.
Danielson totally in control here.
Pulling Hero away from the ropes, back toward the middle of the ring. Contemplating his next move. He's got Chris Hero right where he wants him.
Hero trying to turn his way out of this.
wrist of Bryan Danielson.
Wise move by Hero, a lot of pressure on the wrist there.
And snapping back, putting a lot of pressure on those legs.
Isn't this over yet?
No, Jimmy Bauer, it's not over yet. You know, as much as you might dislike Chris Hero, he is a reputable challenger. He's a student of the game, and both Bryan Danielson...
You know what, Dave? I don't really care.
All right, Jimmy Bauer leaving the broadcast position again. I mean, as much as you might not like Chris Hero and his attitude as of late as he wraps the cravat around the head of Bryan Danielson, trying to turn the tables on him, Chris Hero definitely has the experience and the training background to back up his words in many ways. Danielson and Hero have similar training influences. Both of them trained under William Regal, Fit Finley, Dave Taylor. Both of them trained under Tracy Smothers at a period during their career. They're both students of the game. Hero also training under Les Thatcher, Dory Funk Jr., Skyda from the Toriyama organization. He has done his homework. He is a great athlete. He just has an attitude.
You can't take anything away from Chris Hero as an athlete, Chris Hero as a wrestler, Chris Hero as a performer. But Chris Hero as a man is he's a jerk, and he's got a big mouth, and hopefully the world champion is going to shut that mouth before this match is over.
Just raking the forearm across the face of Hero and stomping away is the American Dragon, pulling him back up.
When you're a good athlete and you're a great wrestler, you can be confident and you can be cocky, but you can also write checks that your ass can't cash. And Bryan Danielson is going to cash that check right now. Another chop right across the chest of Chris Hero.
Hero's knees still feeling the effect of that modified Indian deathlock that Danielson had applied.
Not a lot of steam on that chop.
European uppercut from Dragon. Hero trying to stay on his feet, chops away at the chest. Another European uppercut from the champion.
Hero staggers to the corner. Trouble getting out. Forearm across the jaw, though, of the champ.
Staying on his feet.
Either men wanting to go down here. Battle of wills in the center of the ring. Another hard forearm shot. And a second from the champ as Hero on a knee.
And both of these men, world-traveled athletes as well. Both of them spent a great deal of time wrestling in Europe and training in Europe, training in that European style. Both of them have wrestled in Japan as well.
Bryan Danielson spending much of the summer over in England. Needed a break from ROH, frustrated earlier this year. Last year, it's 2006. Struggled. Unable to win the ROH World title, got frustrated, went to Europe for some more training in that style, came back and was able to win the ROH World title.
And ever since, he has been unstoppable as world champion. Hero going to work on the arm of Bryan Danielson. Some of Hero's trademark maneuvers include the hangman's clutch, where he ties up the legs and holds the cravat around the head. Also likes to do an arm capture version of the hangman's clutch, where he has the arm trapped as well. And that may be what he's looking to set up for here as he's working over the arm of Danielson.
He has that left arm bent back at a very bad angle.
Pulling Danielson up, has that arm trapped, and drives the arm into the turnbuckle. Danielson trying to shake some life into it. Focusing on that body part, kicking away on the arm. And stomping away on it as well. Hero is able to pick a body part, stick to it. He's a very methodical wrestler in that sense, and a very smart wrestler.
Just trying to take away the one arm there of Bryan Danielson, make it very difficult for him to utilize a lot of his submission maneuvers with one bad arm.
Trying to keep control of the arm and force Danielson down to the canvas.
Hold on. It looks to me like Hero actually has Danielson hurt. Again, I was in the locker room. This doesn't even deserve my attention, but
Well,
Danielson better start mounting some offense soon.
Hero has focused on the arm and is trying to target that body part during this matchup thus far. Danielson trying his best to hang in there. Now into the cross arm breaker goes Chris Hero.
All right, come on, Bryan.
Trying to get full extension on the hold. Danielson rolls back to relieve the pressure.
There we go. Out wrestling Chris Hero.
Both of these men, world-class athletes. But does Hero have enough to take the championship from Bryan Danielson?
You know, I just want to say that if that Nate Flash or Adam Webb or that Butcher guy even make one motion towards that ring, that Todd Sinclair is going to disqualify Chris Hero here.
Well, they've stayed out of the action thus far. They have not interjected themselves into the matchup. It has been one-on-one between Danielson and Hero thus far.
Apparently just here for moral support, as Hero now has things going his way.
And Hero dragging Bryce Remsburg to the ring almost against his will, wearing the CZW referee shirt with the yellow and black stripes, maybe just sort of to keep an eye on Todd Sinclair. Backbreaker right over the knee, had the arm in hammerlock position, did damage to the arm as well as the back at the very same time.
And can't take anything away from the athletic ability and the wrestling skill of Chris Hero. Again, only able to get two.
Hero also likes to utilize the Hero's Welcome, very similar in style to Christopher Daniels' Last Rites, the swinging face breaker.
Todd Sinclair right there checking on Danielson as Hero's driving the forearm right into the point of the shoulder.
Keeping the arm of Bryan Danielson in his control. Single-handed knuckle lock. Single arm lift and drops the leg across the arm. And look at the smirk on the face of Chris Hero. Danielson trying to free himself.
He is very cocky. As I said once or twice before, I'll say it again. When you're good, you can be confident. Chris Hero, though, just happens to cross the line way too often. Danielson using his feet to his advantage, trying to break the hold momentarily, but Hero right back to it. Head scissors by Danielson.
Trying to work his arm free of Hero's grasp.
Hero using that free leg while in the head scissors to go back to work on the arm. Stomping away at the fingers.
They're doing whatever it takes to try to get Danielson in a weakened position. He wants to walk away from ROH, a company that he doesn't even work for, wearing the championship. He said that he wants to throw the belt into the garbage can when he brings it back to CZW. Pulling it back on the fingers, doing damage to the hand of Danielson.
Just a modified Fujiwara armbar there, bending down on the thumb and then pulling back on the fingers. And look at the angle of the elbow of Bryan Danielson. Your arm is not supposed to bend that way.
Hero inflicting a lot of pain right here, doing a lot of damage to that limb. As the fans voice their support for their chosen wrestler. Perhaps holding a knuckle lock, trying to force the shoulders of Danielson down to the canvas now. Only down for a count of one. Danielson trying to fight to keep his shoulder up off the mat. Trying to work his way back to a standing position. As Hero with that arm in hammerlock position. Snapping down to the canvas, applying maximum pressure to it.
Danielson on a knee, still trying to find a way to get to his feet. That should alleviate a little bit of the pressure on the hold. Finally he does. Trying to get some momentum, but Hero driving him right back to the canvas. Using his forehead there for a little bit of extra pressure, pushing down on the ribs as he drives that arm back up in the hammerlock position.
You know, I can see some members of ROH management toward the back of the building. They look a little bit nervous at the success of Hero versus Dragon so far.
Whoa. Let's company line, Dave.
Well, I'm telling you like
there
it
we
is.
got Danielson. Nicely done.
Oh, what a slap!
You only need one arm to do that.
Dragon getting all fired up. using his good arm to do damage to Hero. Swats away at the arm of Danielson. Another strike.
Nothing wrong with the right arm of Bryan Danielson, that's for sure. Charging in and hits the running forearm in the corner. Nowhere for Hero to go.
Traps the head and snaps him over with the suplex.
Trying to shake some life back into that left arm. Hero on his back in the center of the ring. Danielson's going to climb to the top. Connects with the diving headbutt.
Cover. Hero able to kick out. Going for the cattle mutilation here. The double arm bridge submission. Hero trying to fight it off.
Gotta wonder how much strength Danielson has in that arm, if he could even put it on at this point.
Snap forearm STO. Only gets 2. Hero again, focusing on that arm, driving the knee down across the arm of Danielson.
Hero again staying right on the injured arm.
Single-handed knuckle lock applied by Hero, twisting away on the arm. Going for that single arm lift once again. And now knee strikes from Danielson in retaliation. Going for the backslide. It's a near fall. Hero right back after the arm. Well, now he's drawn cradle. Can't get it. Near fall for Danielson. Finally takes him over. And Hero with the near fall as well. Back and forth. Both men scoring near falls on one another.
Single arm lift is a move Hero had been taught throughout his training by Fit Finley and Dave Taylor, as well as William Regal. All, as you said earlier, influences on Bryan Danielson as well. And Hero again going right back to work on that arm. Forearm shot right across the biceps.
But Danielson fires back with his good arm.
Forearm shot from Hero rocks Danielson. And another shot from Danielson rocks Hero, who fires right back. Another slap to the face.
Hero still on his feet. Firing away with more forearms. Roaring eye poke.
That's what you can expect from someone from CZW.
Hey, Bauer, I thought you weren't even going to watch this match. I thought you didn't care about it. Whoa! Arm capture, Hangman's clutch. He's got the arm trapped. He's
No way.
over that arm.
There's no way.
Cranking back on the cravat.
Oh my God. There's
Will
no...
Danielson tap?
He's going to throw the belt in the garbage.
Really cranking back on the cravat. He's got the arm trapped, but Danielson reaches the ropes. You know, Bauer said that he wasn't even going to watch the match. I'm wondering if maybe he and maybe some members of ROH management might get a little concerned here. Chris Hero's putting up a heck of a fight. What if he wins the title here tonight?
I don't even want to think what would happen if he walked out of here with that belt.
Going for the Hero's welcome, but Danielson blocks. Trying to get the crossface chicken wing.
Saito suplex almost takes him out of his boots. Hero counters.
Going up top is Chris Hero.
You gotta wonder again about that left arm of Bryan Danielson. Was not able to lock in that chicken wing. How much damage has been done by Hero? Double stop, nobody there. Rolls through and gets caught with a forearm.
Oh, Hero might be out. He connected full force with Chris Hero. Roll him over. Fighting to get the shoulders down. Cover. Oh, Hero kicks out. Going for cattle mutilation again. He gets it.
That's it. Time to hit the bar, folks.
Well, Jimmy Bauer very confident that Danielson's got this win right here. Cattle mutilation. Hero not tapping. Are you kidding me? Reaches the ropes. Danielson must release.
Tremendous display of guts right there by Chris Hero, refusing absolutely refusing to tap out and able to make it to the ropes. But that left arm of Bryan Danielson virtually useless as it hangs at his side.
Hero lifeless down on the canvas. If Danielson can follow up here, he can retain the championship.
That web butcher just went to the ring to ring the bell. This is a DQ.
They have not interjected themselves into the match thus far. Danielson places Hero up top. Trying to hang him upside down in the corner in the trio row.
Driving the point of the elbow across the jaw. Setting him back up. He's going to follow him up. Looking for that belly to back off the second rope. Hero's in a bad way up top, and he's firing away with right hands. Trying to free himself. Danielson's still hanging on to Hero.
Fighting for positioning here. Who's going to be able to get the maneuver?
Headbutt from Hero knocks Danielson down.
Hero trying to gain his balance. All the way up top he goes. Backflips over top, lands on his feet. Ducks the attempt. Cravat Buster. He's got the arm capture, Cravat Buster. Connects with it. Cover.
Kick out!
Oh, staying focused on the arm. Going for the arm capture. Hangman's clutch once again.
No way, no way.
He's got the arm that he's been working over the entire match. It's trapped. Cranking back on the cravat.
Get out!
Will Danielson tap? Danielson reaches the ropes.
Come on, break the hold!
Hero has stayed focused on the arm of Danielson for the entire matchup. He keeps going for the arm capture. Hangman's clutch. Danielson reaches the ropes just as Hero was able to withstand the pain of the cattle mutilation just moments ago. Hero with the chop across the chest.
Some of this crowd from CZW starting to get behind Chris Hero
Hero's
here.
welcome. No, knees for Bryan Danielson. Trying to block.
Forearms from Hero across the back. Going for it again. Another knee from Danielson.
Trying to block the Hero's welcome as best he can. Forearms now from Hero.
Lefts and rights. Roaring elbow rocks Danielson.
Can he get it now? Hero's welcome. Cover.
No, 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 no!
Dragging. Kicks out. He kicks out.
2.5. Danielson able to kick out.
It's anybody's ball game at this point. Hero putting up one hell of a fight against the world champion.
You know what, Dave? I hate to admit it, but you're right. It is anybody's ball game.
And now Hero just slapping the sides of the face of Bryan Danielson.
There's no way Chris Hero's going to throw the belt in the garbage. Come on, Bryan.
Going for another Hero's welcome. Danielson with the arms. Tiger suplex with a bridge. Trying to hold on to the arms.
2.5. Todd Sinclair almost came down for that third count. Hero able to get the shoulder up.
Hero also likes to utilize a hammerlock version of the Hero's welcome.
That's it. The belt stays in ROH.
Oh, and you know what? This is going to be the last time that I have to hear the name Chris Hero. I want to thank CZW. It's great cooperating with them today in the doubleheader. A great organization. Another one for Bryan Danielson. We'll see you in Ohio.
a check for the Ring of Honor World title, my friend. I pay you, give it to me, let's get it over with, my friend. Wait. Before you hand me the check, why don't you tell all these people how much you're exactly willing to pay me for that belt? Let me tell you something, my friend. If you know about my bank accounts in Switzerland, in Italy, in Bangladesh, my friend, you see that right there? More than you'll ever see in our exchange. Trust me on that. The belt for the money, my friend, and you can retire and live on that beach for the rest of your life. How about it? Hand the belt over, I pay you, and we all go home happy tonight. Well, I saw that check is from dollars or whatever in Ghana, and unfortunately,